But what actually goes into rebranding? Where do you start? Is it, yo, I need a new I need a new, that was a tongue twister. I need a new logo. Is it, oh, I need a new name? Like, what's the thought process?
That's a mad question, you know. I'm trying to think about that. The thought process of a rebrand. I just feel like at the time, because of what happened in terms of me having to do the rebrand, that was my thought process of basically saying that to myself. I've got to make people know that I can design and I can push this properly, and I'm not just a guy that's selling products because they're in a relationship. I do have a bit of fashion knowledge. I am a creative, and this is what I want to showcase to the world. So I feel like that, let alone, basically just gave me the power to just switch everything up, research more, speak to more people for advice, get some help. And that's pretty much it, really. Like, literally, the logo thing I saw, had to sit down with a guy that was a designer who actually even did something with Virgil before he passed away. I had the opportunity to sit down with him, and he actually just showed me so much. He didn't even just do the design. Like, he made me learn how to, like, he sat down with me and said, whatever you have in your mind, draw it out. You might not be the best at drawing, but draw it out. Draw it out. Bring your vision on paper. From paper, let's do it digitally, and then let's bring this to life. And he made me do it. So yeah.
So did you draw this logo then?
So the logo, I basically drew the logo in a way that I imagine it, and the person perfected it, basically.
Sick.
In a way that I want it to be.
I think it's wavy.
So there was so many different variations of it, and it still is, like that GC thing. But the main thing I always wanted was the exclamation mark type of thing, because that exclamation mark was the thing that made it stand out. That's why when I did the relaunch, it was black and yellow because of the warning signs and all of these things. Those are colours that stand out for them particular things, and that's basically what I want the brand to be, that we stand out.
Yeah, because I've clocked you use black and yellow a lot.
Yeah, like yellow, like this year, yeah, yellows are, I wouldn't say it's like our main colour in terms of like basically pushing the brand, because the being gone is like I said, self-belief and having confidence. When you see a confident person, that person should stand out. They're known that, wow, that guy's confident. Their aura, it has an aura to it. So that colour for me has an aura to it. Like, it's just in your face. You can't miss a yellow thing.
Literally.
You can't miss yellow. So yeah, that's why that's like my main colour for my everyday collections.
So we're going to see a lot more yellow soon then.
Yeah, but not necessarily in clothing, but around.
Okay,
but you'll
the
see it,
branding,
yeah.
all this
I
stuff.
won't put yellow on, like, let's just say I won't put yellow on, like, I don't know, I could actually put yellow on this, but I won't
Yeah,
put
that
yellow-
wouldn't even look too bad. You know,
what I'm
I
saying.
thought about it.
Yeah,
So
we
I'm
could
like,
actually put yellow on this, but I won't put yellow on everything.
Yeah.
But that's just the thing, like my, for example, I don't know if you've seen my packaging.
yes, yeah, wavy.
So that has yellow. That just shows you, like, that's the brand colour, like the yellow. But there's more other things that's going to come with it down the line.
I'm excited, man. After this convo, I'm really excited to see what you got coming up. Speaking of fixating on like the rebrand and whatnot, what are the possible risks that come with a rebrand? Obviously, I get naturally it's like people may just not like it.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, what would you say are the risks?
People think about it too much and they just do too much. You just overdo it. You feel like that's what it is. I feel like some people might just overdo the rebrand. They just overthink it. So it might just go wrong. But I don't know, man. I just feel like you just got to have belief, bro. You just got to believe in what you're selling. Like, if you don't believe in it, then who the hell is going to believe in your thing? Like, you can see that within someone when they're pushing a product and selling it.
How can you see it? What do you think shows you that somebody has that, or brand owner has that?
I don't know, like, sometimes I feel like, let's just say, for example, if I post on my story and I'm talking about like a brand story, like, oh, like, what do you prefer, what would you rather, things like that. If I do that all the time, like, where's your belief in yourself? Like,
good point.
Like, I think I've done that like once or twice, and that's because I just wasn't sure. So that comes from your belief from yourself, but that is your brand. You do, obviously you're selling to a customer base, but you do what you want. Like, if they want to buy into it, they buy into it. If they don't, they don't. Come back again. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's like, it's almost like it's like a belief thing. Like, that's the whole thing. Everything's down to belief, man.
Do you know what's so mad about that? I've never, what you mentioned about when you put stuff on your story and ask opinions and whatnot, one may consider that as a lack of self-belief, because I've always seen it as you just wanting, and I don't mean you, I just mean the person who's done it, wanting people to feel involved in what they're doing. So how do you reckon people that own brands, designers, can balance that? Like, yo,
I don't
do
know.
believe
I
in
don't
I'm
know what
creating,
everyone thinks, but it's like you're getting validations from others. So clearly, you don't believe. You might not believe in it in yourself. You want the validation of other people's opinions to make you think that now your product's good enough. But it's just a poll. Someone can click no and they might think yes. So how do you even know anyway? And then you drop the product and it doesn't do anything, and then you get disheartened about it. Like, so I just feel like you just got to believe in what you're doing. And if you believe in what you're doing in terms of that, your whole marketing campaign, everything's going to be better, because that energy is just going to be better.
Facts.
And then 9 times out of 10 it should work. If it don't work, then you just got to go again. That's it. It sounds mad me saying it, because it's like, right, man, you just said it like that. It's not that simple, but
To you, it is. That's you.
that's just, for me, that's just how it is. I might get upset in a moment and be like, oh shit, this has gone wrong, or oh man, I might feel down. Like, I'm human, everyone feels like that. But it's about how do you overcome it? Like, take the positive out the negative. There's always a positive and a negative, innit?
Facts.
So a lot of people need to learn that. And that's the whole point of being involved in business. It all comes with that. If you can't deal with that, then business is not for you. And that's literally the truth.
We'll talk, because it's up and down, boy.
It's up and down, bro.
One day you're rich, the next minute you're not, fam.
Literally up and down like a yo-yo, bro.
Literally, fam.
We don't even realize what money is. We hit no more, like.
It's real, fam. But
So, yeah.
I had such a good question. Yes. So cool. Speaking of the rebrand still, yeah. How does one measure the success of a rebrand? And the reason, because when I asked that question, somebody may have said in their head, oh, obviously the money. But forget that. You've gone from having one type of brand, yeah, that was obviously, you were kind of alluding to the fact, yeah, it did quite well and whatnot. So for you to have that audience and then bring out something that's start bringing things out that are completely different, naturally, chances are the new brand isn't going to be as successful as that brand at that point. If you get the point, like at the beginning, if you know what I'm saying. So especially in the early days of a relaunch / rebrand, how do you measure the success of what you're doing?
I feel like it all depends on analysing things from when you first started to now, first of all. Then, for me personally, it's just kind of knowing, like, you just got to be kind of strategic with, like, from what you're dropping, who you're pushing it to, how you're doing it. When I did my rebrand, I did a launch. And obviously I did that launch event in Soho House. So Soho House is big.
What year was this?
2021.
I was about to say, I won't remember then, so I was thinking, why was I not there?
Yeah, so 2021. So I did a launch in Soho House. Just that alone is already a good look. So putting your brand position yourself in a better place than you was before. That would be the best thing for your rebrand. So I did a launch in Soho House. Within that launch, I invited certain people turned up. I got videos of that. All of that stuff all now looks good and looks better than what I've done before. So that's already a rebrand, because I've done something that I haven't done before. So for me, that's already like, what's the word? Success in my eyes. And then that's me doing that launch as well, and people coming there and appreciating what I'm doing. That's what made me feel good and gave me that belief to think that this rebrand was a success, you know? So that was good enough for me. And doing a rebrand as well kind of resets your mind, in a sense where, like, you're kind of, basically, you're not starting again, but in a sense where you kind of got that excitement again. Because I feel like when you first start business, everyone's excited, innit? I mean, you might get a bit nervous to release stuff, but you're excited. You got the energy for it. When you're doing it for time, subconsciously, sometimes your energy might drop a little bit, because a lot of things can get repetitive. So yeah, that was a good thing as well, like being able to basically be excited again, replan something different, you know, and just going through the process. It wasn't even necessarily about selling the products. It's just about going through the process and enjoying it again. Because sometimes you do something and you just don't, it's not like I didn't enjoy it no more, but it's like sometimes certain things in my business I don't enjoy, but I enjoy being involved with having my own brand. So yeah.
Botchh, I love that answer, you know.
So, yeah.
I love the answer, because I think, and it kind of alludes to what we were speaking to before we even started recording, how every day is, nowadays it's like everyone is so fixated on numbers. So if there's somebody that's in your position right now, as in, so in the position you were in a couple of years ago before the rebrand, and they're listening to you right now, prior to hearing what you just said, they may have just positioned the success of their rebrand as, you know what, by Q4 next year, I need to have X, Y, Z, da, 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 da. But from the answer you gave, you showed people the importance of the intangibles. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when people are saying good stuff to you about your brand, it's not like you're writing it down. You're obviously not. You're just feeling that. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing I love the most is the fact you said you started to, that the love was coming back. Because as we know, when you've got a business or whatever it is you're doing, and you even said this before we started recording again, unless you love it, like you're going to stop. You're going to quit.
If you don't love it, you're not going to continue doing it. So it's like you always got to love what you're doing. You got to fight for it.
Facts.
It's almost like a relationship. Like the moment you stop fighting for your relationship, if it's not working, then it's not going to work, is it? Same thing for your business. You don't love your business, it's not going to love you back.
Facts.
So you just got to love what you're doing, man, and just appreciate that at least you have an idea. Some people don't even have ideas.
That's real.
So appreciate that you have an idea.
And you've made something of it.
You've made something of it. That alone is already a success, because on the grand scheme of things, if you was to go through the population of how many people have ideas and made it into a thing, there's a big like fraction difference in it. So there's only a certain number of people that can do that. So if you can do that, that's already a success within itself for yourself. And then you just got to continue building, and hopefully you get rewarded, innit?